Hello guys, welcome to my video. My name is Sabrina and Jasriyani Putri, student of University of Lampung, Public Administration Majors, class Reguler A. In this video, I want to share with you about analyzing public financial sector policies regarding redenomination policies in Indonesia. Definition of redenomination. Farlex Financial Dictionary 2013. Redenomination currency is the process of changing the face value of banknotes or coins used in the circulation currency. Currency redenomination is a public policy measure that simplifies the understanding, use, and managing of the national currency through its expression in a new and smaller equivalent scale. In simple terms, redenomination is the process of trimming or simplifying the zero value of a currency into a smaller one without changing the exchange rate, and is intended to facilitate transactions. For example, the redenomination unit of 1,000 rupiah was simplified to become 1 rupiah after the redenomination 5,000 rupiah to 5 rupiahs, and so on by trimming or redenomination 3 zeros. For example, if at this time the price of the smartphone in Indonesia is 2 million rupiahs and post redenomination is 2,000 rupiah, where this applies to all price for goods and services in a country. In this case, the redenomination system doesn't suffer a loss because the purchasing power of the currency remains the same, but there is a simplification of the zero digit. The purpose of redenomination is as a calculation efficiency in the payment system. However, this depends on each country that will do it. The number of digits in a currency is an accumulation of economic risk and inflation that have occurred in a country in the past. There are three conditions for redenomination. There are 1. Stable economic condition, 2. Low inflation, and 3. Guaranteed price stability. The difference between redenomination and centering. Redenomination is different from centering. Redenomination is a process of simplifying the zero value of a currency where the country's economic conditions tend to be stable with low inflation. Meanwhile, centering is an effort to cut the rupiah or currency value due to high inflation that is not stable or inflation that is difficult to control. In Indonesia, centering was carried out in the old order era, namely in 1950 till 1965. Centering is carried out by the government, which is usually caused by the country's foreign debt, which has accumulated in large amounts with an unstable economic condition. To reduce the value of the currency, the government provided regulation to issue a regulation regarding the circulation of new money and withdraw all circulation of old money in society and eliminate the exchange rate for the old currency. This happened as an effort by Indonesian government to deal with hyperinflation that occurred. However, this effort failed due to a lack of political communication to the public, which resulted in the centering process tending to be slow and producing maximum results. Redenomination plans in Indonesia. Redenomination in Indonesia was initiated by the Governor of Bank Indonesia for the 2010-2013 period, Damin Nasution, where he believes that pre-redenomination can begin in Indonesia starting in 2011. Again, Agus Dewi Martowardoyo is elected as Governor of Bank Indonesia in 2012 till 2018. The discourse of redenomination in Indonesia appeared again in public in 2017. However, this discourse is considered another political step in the economic sector after the existence of Perpu No. 1 of 2017 concerning access to financial information, where the government regulation in lieu of the law contains access to financial information for taxation purposes, wherein the regulation includes access to receive and obtain financial information in the context of implementing the provisions of laws and regulation in the field of taxation and the implementation of international treaties in the field of taxation. In the same year, the Governor of Bank Indonesia, together with the Indonesia Finance Minister, Mrs. Sri Mulyani, submit an officially currency redenomination bill to President Joko Widodo, with the target of implementing the redenomination to be realized on January 1st, 2020. However, the legal basis for redenomination has not yet been issued and not been included in the National Legislation Program or prolegnas. It was resumed in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic situation. In July 2020, the Minister of Finance, Mrs. Sri Mulyani, decided on the redenomination bill to be included in the Ministry of Finance Strategic Plan for 2020 till 2024, as outlined in the Minister of Finance Regulation number 77 PMK 01/2020. There are two reasons why Indonesia is trying to take the redenomination step. First, to create efficiency in the form of accelerating transaction times, reducing the risk of human error, and efficiency in quoting prices for goods or services due to the simple number of digits in rupiah. And second, to simplify the transaction accounting and reporting system of the state budget because there are not many obscure rupiah digits. There are two impacts of redenomination, positive and negative. Positive impact include: first, simpler financial transaction, which refers to reducing digits so as to speed up the calculation process. Second, simplify the financial accounting system, namely minimizing the occurrence of errors in financial recording and reading with a small nominal value, and simplifying the calculation of financial statistical data. Third, increase the value of the rupiah in international currencies. Fourth, make it easier for the public to carry money in cash. For example, if we need 10 million rupiah, it becomes simpler, which is enough to bring only 10,000 rupiahs. And the negative impacts of redenomination include: first, redenomination costs are quite high. Second, time and energy are high in aligning the redenomination process. Third, psychological impacts in society, where at the beginning of the redenomination implementation, there will be a possibility of rounding up a currency over, for example, the price of goods from 12,000 rupiah to 12 rupiah, so that it creates a psychological effect for entrepreneurs to increase the price by 15 rupiah with the same demand in the market, where people only consider the increase to be small, or in this case, it is called blind money value. Fourth, the emergence of crime, namely where the occurrence of crime in the form of printing counterfeit currency in the community increase due to the circulation of new currency. To quote the opinion of Nasution 2003, the main source of financial system instability is the asymmetry of information, which is a situation where one party involved in a financial agreement doesn't have accurate information compared to the other party. A policy is generally not independent and has interdependence with all aspects, be it political, economic, social, and cultural, or the custom in society. Redenomination of currency value is one of the strategic ways of the Indonesian government, especially within the scope of the Ministry of Finance and Accountability for State Finance by public institutions or agencies. Redenomination measures are also a step in increasing the accountability of public institutions for the transparency of financial information to the public, or the public and accelerating the accountability of public financial reports, which tend to be technically old. The simplification of currency values is expected to be able to provide good feedback or transfer of information between public institutions to other public institutions and public institutions to the public and private parties in realizing good governance.